Hello, I'm Dominic from Flat Cats. We've been making Flat Cats for Windows now for over 10 years, in fact since 2007. But one of the most popular products we have is the door screen. Now, we've never done a video on a door screen up until this point, but we have made some changes this year to the door screen, which I think are worthy of showing you at least. Now, the door screens themselves, we've made them for about the last 5 or 6 years, and they're simply a larger version of the Flat Cat screens that you're used to for the Windows. In other words, they're a single piece of mesh with a 5cm border, and it attaches all the way around the door. Now, what's different now is that we have 3 different offerings for you associated with door screens. The first is the standard door screen, which is just a single piece of mesh that goes all the way around the door. No problem at all. It's just like a window screen, but obviously a lot larger. Now, in 2024, the first thing we've introduced is now zips. We've been asked about this for many years, and so we finally decided to do it. This screen here you can see in front of you is a double door screen. It has a zip straight down the center. Now, I'll just pull the zip up, and you can see that it's parts in the center. Now, the zips that we do, and we'll show you in more depth when we cut away from this in a couple of minutes time, but the zip itself can either be dead center, and this applies to single, double, or you can have them up to about 3.2 meters wide. The figures are below in the text comments below. You can either have the zips in the center, so in this one we've got handles in the center. Zip in the center would seem to be logical here because the handles are there. Or you can have the zip offset by 25 centimeters either from the right, over here on the far right hand side, or from the far left hand side. Now, that may be the case, for instance, if you did a single door screen on this door here, you may want the zip offset to around about here to make it easier to access the handle at this point. Hopefully that makes sense. So we can do the zip either in the center, offset to the left, or offset to the right. Now, as well as the zips, we're also introducing a larger screen, in other words, one that can go over a number of doors, and these have a different fixing in the middle. They have a hook and loop fixing, which is just the same fixings as we use for the Windows, and the 2 screens simply stick together. Now, it's a slightly cheaper option than the zips, but works just as well, and so you then tear the 2 screens apart to then go through. It makes it slightly easier to go through, and the zip again possibly slightly easier still to go in and out. So what I'll do now is we'll show you some of the workings of these windows, or these door screens should I say, in more close-up detail, and I'll talk you through the workings of them as we go. Okay, let's have a look at how the screen works. So the zip goes right down to the bottom, and to go out of the door, just pull the zip up and open the fixings at the bottom of the window, as you can see me doing here. Open the door, walk straight through. The zip is 2-sided, so on the outer side now, I'm just reaching for the other side of the zip, pulling it down, and you can see it draws the screen in at the bottom, so it fixes the fixings back in place at the bottom. And here I go, coming back in again. So just finding the other tab. Now this one's in the center, so the zip was slightly behind the column in the center, so maybe I should have had an offset one. There I go, opening the zip again, getting myself through there, pulling the zip down and flattening it off on the bottom, and there you go. That's the zip for you. We can also supply our door screens with the zip offset 25 centimeters from either the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Now, the left or right is determined when you look at the door. So in the case of the screen behind me, this one is offset to the left, and it comes in 25 centimeters from the left-hand edge of the screen. So in other words, it's here. If it was offset to the right, it would again come in 25 centimeters from the right-hand side here. So you can see with this one that the offset makes it slightly easier to get to the handle. I'll just open the zip now, and you can see that reaching inside will mean you can open the door quite easily close it out, and then take the zip down to be sealed. So, offsetting to the left, 25 centimeters from the far edge of the screen, offsetting from the right, 25 centimeters from the far right of the screen. If you've got any questions at all, then don't hesitate to give us a call. We're always happy to chat things through, or chat through any issues you have with the door screen, or send us an email. The links are below, or get on the chat, which is in the bottom corner, or you can always send me a WhatsApp message. Good to speak to you. Take care. Bye-bye.